Hey, so do you know how to eat to get the best results for race day? If not, stay tuned. We'll learn together. So as you see, I wasn't really following the rules to get the best results for my race. So that's my focus for today, race nutrition. And I've sort of broken it down into 3 parts. You got before the run, during the run, and after the run. So here's the lowdown. I know that carbohydrates are the primary source of fuel for my runs, especially when working at a moderate to high intensity level. And basically I'm good with the carbs that are stored in my body for about 60 minutes during the run. It's after that then you want to go and supplement with something else. Also, Runner's World stressed the importance of not only training the muscles to run longer distances, but also being able to train the body to store more glycogen. So their recommendation was to consume a half a plate of carbs the night before a run if the run is supposed to be over 1 hour, and then eating carbs and protein approximately 30 minutes after the run to restock glycogen and to accelerate recovery processes. So before the run, for breakfast, maybe bagels, white toast. This is why the pasta the night before a race is always so popular, right? You're trying to fuel your muscles and your body with the glycogen you need pre-race day so that you're all ready to go. So that brings me to during the race. So like I said, you really don't need anything up to the first 60 minutes. Then after the 60 minutes, when I did my research, it was recommending that you take 30 to 60 grams of some type of supplement per hour. There are many supplements out there. You can do gels, gummies, Gatorade, whatever your choice. I have some gels to show you, just the things that I like and that I've taken in the past so you can get a feel for the consistency. There's different flavors, consistencies. Everybody's different, so you may want to try some out and see what works best for you. Some have caffeine, some don't have caffeine, so that's another thing to take into consideration. If you plan on drinking coffee before the race, then you may want to buy some that are non-caffeinated to make sure that you're not consuming too much and you're jittery during your run. Or you can alternate, which is what I do. I'll buy a couple with caffeine and a couple without. I'll still buy the ones with low caffeine if I know I'm going to drink coffee, and then go from there. So I'll show you a couple of gels just so you can get an idea. But the first one is a gummy. It's a strawberry flavor, but as you see with the consistency, you have to do some chewing for this. Now this is, I think it's called Maltine. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but I think it's fairly popular and it comes with or without caffeine. But please note that the caffeine flavor does have 100 milligrams. So if you're taking any other caffeine supplement, it may be too much. So just be cautious when doing that. Then you have goos. Here's a goo. Some of them are with or without caffeine. This one with caffeine is only 20 milligrams, so you can stomach a couple of these with caffeine if that's all the caffeine that you're taking. And I like to alternate the caffeine ones. But you can see this is a little thicker. You may want to be closer to a water station when you decide to take this. And then this is a Gatorade gel. This has no caffeine. I like this one. It's really kind of loose. It's easier to take without water. So this is just another option. So taking 2 of them, you're normally somewhere between 40 to 45 milligrams of carbs because they're normally about somewhere between 21 to 23 grams of carbs each. The most important thing is to try them out during the long runs to make sure whatever it is that you're planning to take, you're okay with. Because there's some flavors that may upset your stomach. At least I know that's been my experience. So I'm going to share with you sort of my schedule of what I normally do. Usually I'm taking one 30 minutes in, then 1 hour in, then around an hour and 40 minutes in, and then one towards the end. So the estimation for my run is normally for 1 to 2 hours, I'm taking 2 gels, and then over 2 hours, I'm taking 1 to 2 more gels. So basically, I'm somewhere in the range between 3 to 4 gels for a half marathon. Now, that might be 1 gel too many, I don't know, but that's what works for me. I noticed on the packet it said to take one every 40 minutes according to the package recommendation. I just prefer to take it before time because I don't want to feel like I need energy or I'm hitting a wall and then I have to take something, because usually then it's too late. So I just practice trying to take something during my long runs to make sure that my stomach is equipped and able to handle it. And then I go forth with my race schedule as planned. So the last thing I'll leave you with is that the body does have a limit on how many carbs it can absorb at one time. So anything over 60 grams of carbs, you could get an upset stomach. So just be aware, mindful of that, and practice anything that you're going to do prior to race day during your long runs to make sure that you'll be good. So that brings me to after the run. As I mentioned, you want the carbohydrates plus the protein to be able to recover. And you sort of want a 3-to-1 ratio or a 4-to-1 ratio, which again goes back to the chocolate milk. So taking chocolate milk is a prime example of this. It has the 8 grams of protein plus the carbohydrates, 26 grams of carbohydrates to repair your body after a run. Soy milk is another alternative. I wouldn't do almond or oat because it's low in protein. I think it only has like 1 gram. So unless it's protein fortified, it wouldn't really work. But you could use the soy milk, which the ratio is pretty close. So you could get away with that also. So that's all I have for now. See you next time on the road. This is week 3. I first started with a 2-mile run at the beginning of the week. I didn't record that. Then today's run was 5 miles with 3 at half marathon pace and then 2 at an easy pace. I did it on the treadmill just for more control because for me, the treadmill allows me to be able to set a time and make sure that I'm consistent. So I just like to do newer runs that way, make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I normally try to warm up the first half mile, going slower, then do the 3 miles at a faster pace and then go back and finish up at the easy pace. That way I give my body time to warm up and feel good before I start stressing it out a little. So tomorrow's run is another easy 2-mile run, and then after that I have another long run at the end of the week. That run is supposed to be 7 miles. So I'll try to find another beautiful trail to take my mind off the running and just lay back and relax and run according to how I feel in my body. So this is the book that I use to convert my time. It's called Run Less, Run Faster, and it's by Runner's World. It actually has its own 3-run-a-week training program. I'm not using this training program, but I use the charts in here to be able to convert my time from the 5K to a half marathon. So that's all for now. See you on the road.